Now, are you trying to tell me you're gonna put an air fan back on a water-cooled GPU?
That's right.
Okay. And just who do you think you are?
I'm Robert Fixit.
So here's the 980 Ti that I bought on eBay. It says it doesn't work, and it doesn't matter. I only bought it for the heatsink anyway, but maybe we can take a look and see. It was $35 with free shipping for a 980 Ti, which is great. I just wanted the heatsink and the shroud and the backplate to use for another project. It's been opened before, so somebody tried to do something. When I turn it on, it kind of doesn't do anything. The fans go like this. They go, they don't spin. Now, normally a bad video card, I've had a couple that don't display video, and they won't display video, but the fans will still come on. So I'm wondering if there's a power issue, if the fans won't even turn. They just kind of go, and then they stop. So we can assume that there's some sort of, I think these have fuses in them. Maybe there's just not enough power delivery to get it to turn on. So let's open it up and just see if maybe we get lucky and find an issue and just fix it. Otherwise, we'll just take the shroud and the heatsink and put it on another card. And here it is with the fans off. I just wanted to boot it up with no fans, just to, whenever we do troubleshooting, we always remove variables. The GPU does not even get warm when tested. So clearly there's a power problem, and there's no juice getting to the actual card. So what we're going to do is use these parts to fix another 980 Ti, and let's bring that up. And so here's the 980 Ti that we want to try and get fixed. This was in another video. This is the hybrid water-cooled that we were able to get working, but it doesn't work well, and now there's a water leak from somewhere, I believe here. And so now I can't really use it. The water pump is loud because it's missing a blade, and now the water's leaking. So my hope is that we can return this hybrid back to air-cooled with this. And since the same company, I'm hoping that'll work. This is a reference tile, so I'm not sure if some of these things might be in the way, but let's pull this off and see if we can save one of these guys and make it useful. Be right back. All right, so we have all the plates off of the hybrid water-cooled, and then here's the air-cooled bad one, and it looks, everything looks the same here. These are different in the middle. These guys look the same. This looks a little different. Relatively the same. So we won't find out until we pull off this front plate and then try and put it on here, but I think we're good so far. And then the funny part of the story is that I have another 980 Ti that I've shown in another video that is a reference design that was missing the blower. It had the heatsink, but no blower, and so that's why I put custom fans on it. But I wonder if I can use this to also return that one back, but maybe not because of the, oh, I forgot about the power connectors. Anyway, we're close. I think it's all gonna work. I mean, they're pretty similar. The interesting part is I wonder if we put the air cooler on the hybrid and the hybrid still has the hybrid BIOS. I wonder if maybe we could overclock it just a little more because there's more headroom from the water cooling, which is no longer there, but that remains to be seen. So, all right, bad card, good card. We're gonna try and put this front and back plate on here and see if it all goes together. Be right back. Okay, here's the back plates off. This is the water cooled. And this is the air. Should be the same. Yep. Same. Let's look at the back of the boards. It's pretty much the same. Can't really see a difference. Just at first glance, but the nice thing is when you have the same card from the same manufacturer, EVGA, everything should be relatively the same. So let's try and swap it over and see how it fits. So it looks like we found the problem with the original card. There's something blown up right here. Something burned. Looks like. Not sure what that's supposed to be there. A capacitor or a fuse or something blown. So I would assume if you replace that, you could just, the card would work again. See, that's a good one, and then that one's just blown off. But anyway, we'll do that later. We're just in the middle of swapping, but at least now we know why it broke. So I think we're good. Here's the air-cooled front plate on the hybrid body. The back plates are identical, and all of the screws fit perfectly. The only issue I had was that the thermal pads on one was stuck on the front plate, and these were on the board, so I had to peel them all off to get it on there. But I think we're good. Put on the heatsink and fire it up. So we were successful. The hybrid water cooler has been removed. The card is now a fully functioning air solution, just as it was at the SC level. Everything fit perfectly. I wasn't too confident, but I was a little bit confident. And so now it's great. But the thing is, with the water BIOS, the fans will not go below 20%, so it does not have the stop function anymore. I'm sure if I flash the regular BIOS, that would go back, but 20% is fine. And here are the benchmarks. It's actually a little bit overclocked from the factory. I believe the hybrid was. This is just regular settings right here, 4,000. And then Furmark is getting about 117, 118. I was able to push the limit of the overclocks to past the Zotac, but the card runs really hot with just the two fans, so I wouldn't recommend doing that too long. But I was able to get really great results. Works perfectly. There's 7,000 score on Furmark, and I'm happy. No more water leaks, and we're done.